Alright fellas, here we're back in Pokemon Masters, and yesterday we got the Let's Have a Fruitful Battle solo event, and I kind of want to go over the stuff that's going to be coming for it in the following days, how difficult the stuff, or the battle will be, and the missions and whatnot and all that. So if you don't want spoilers for like the event, its missions, its difficulty, whatever else, don't watch this video. Duh. Obviously, we're going to be getting a new difficulty and a new mission every single day up until, I forget, it's like the 14th, maybe? 13th, 14th, something like that. For the next, like, 3, 4, maybe 5 days, something like that. We'll be getting a new stage and new missions to the event. So, let's go ahead, go over the event's difficulty, and then we'll go over the missions and all of that. I just kind of want to put a video out there for people who need to know this, you know, ahead of time, maybe train up some pairs, whatever else, right? So, obviously, yesterday we had the difficulty 1 release, which is level 50. Not hard at all. Very, very, very easy battle. 3,000 HP on the middle, 600 HP on the sides. Super easy battle. No problem. You should be able to have defeated this without any difficulty. We got part 2 today. Pretty much the same thing. This is it. Yeah, they changed Pokemon, of course. It goes between Nemona's different Pokemon that she has in the game, right? She has, you know, Lycanroc to start out. I cannot think. Why couldn't I not say the name? It didn't want to come out. She had Lycanroc, of course, yesterday, and then today she had Goodra with part 2, different sets and whatnot. Part 3 here. This is where the difficulty will start to ramp up for it. Again, not bad at all. So recommended level 80 here. She has, you know, the middle 4,125 HP. Not hard as well. This is very, very easy. Pretty sure this stuff is still easier than like level 100 battles for the like general story events that we get, right? Not hard at all, right? So you should be able to do this no problem. Part 4, also recommend level 80 here, 400 HP again. So she swapped to Lycanroc and Goodra, so she just swapped between them, right? So again, level 80 here. This drops. So this starts on the 12th, of course, as we know. The fifth here starts on the 13th, or part 5 starts on the 13th. Difficulty, this is where it starts ramping up a little bit more. Again, still not bad. Level 110, you don't really even need that. 5,100 HP. Again, in my opinion, this isn't really too much we should be having to go over. Though you may want to be a little bit aware of the 800 attack and special attack here. This may actually end up doing a little bit of damage, right? Sorry, that's the missions. I want to actually... Oops. Oh. Okay, all my tools. Thank you. Okay. Do actually want to look at, not any sync pair, but the Champion Stadium. This is a good way to compare. So, this is Will here. This is without any parameters, right? No attack buffs, no strength buffs or anything. 976 attack. Pretty close to that, so you want to consider that we're getting into Champion Stadium base levels of damage here. Obviously, this is not hard hitting, so, but I just want you to know, compare it to that, right? So this shouldn't be too bad here. The 14th, we get another level 110 difficulty, where it is, again, Goodra. Different set here, of course, but still same stats. Part 7, it drops on the 15th. Level 130. Now, this is where the difficulty may get there, right? This is where difficulty may ramp up. 30,800 HP. 1,152 attack. That is equivalent to having, like, I know Hoenn has it. Sydney? Yeah, Sydney. This is equivalent to having, like, a boosted Sydney, like, Bug Week, right? This is the equivalent of power that you will be facing. And the power isn't too bad, but you will definitely have to, you know, probably try a little bit for this battle, right? She is weak to Psychic, because it's Palmot, right? She has Palmot here, weak to Psychic. The defensive stats still around the same level as the Champion Stadium, right? So nothing too bad there. And of course, you don't have to actually apply strength for points or anything. So do consider this is the equivalent of a Stadium stage with 0 points, but it is equivalent to like Hoenn and Sinnoh and whatnot, right? At least similar anyway. So look at the moves here. She's got Wild Charge, Thunder Punch, EX, Speed. Does not seem she has any passive skills, though. So, thankfully, no passive skills to really boost her damage. So this is pretty much all you're really dealing with. 7,700 HP on the sides here. But again, 30,800 HP is the big thing when you're facing this middle. So, do keep that in mind. But once you do win the battle for the first time rewards, you get some 5-star tickets and 10 5-star power-up tickets. Not the greatest. I don't like tickets. I wish they would have just given us like a 5-star power-up. Why the fuck didn't you? But still, there you go. Some free stuff there, and as well, of course, you get gems. Over here, we're getting the different drinks, right? The different upgrade materials, as well as codexes.
and all that stuff for these other difficult stages. But of course, part 7 is going to be the most difficult. This is where this isn't really too difficult, but this is where it kind of comes in, right? Is when we have to do these missions. Obviously, yesterday, you can pretty much just skip all the details here. All it is, use three or fewer sync pairs total, so you can only fight it once, obviously. It's not like a legendary arena anyway, where if you lose, you can go back in. But you have to use a Kanto and a Galar sync pair, right? And how many characters can faint? Okay, only one character falling to HP. Yes, okay, one. Only one character can fall in battle in order for the mission to count, so it's like a normal battle challenge, right? Like how I do those free-to-play videos and whatnot. But again, you had to use Kanto and Galar on part 1, so very, very easy, of course, because the event had no difficulty to it. Today's mission was Kalos and Unova on part 2. Again, also not hard because the stats did not change. But again, you do get a lot of gems for this. 200 gems every mission. That's a lot of gems, right? That's probably going to equal to like 1,500. Over 1,500 because it's an odd number. But here we go. Here's the missions for tomorrow. Clear part 3 with a Sinnoh and a Lola character, right? And you get 200 gems. So part 3 it says here. Oops. Part 3, if we go back to part 3, yeah. Level 80 requirements. Very, very simple. Still very, very easy. I just want to let you all know this. Part 4 here, or mission 4. This is where I have to clear part 4, but again, part 4 is also not hard because this is just when she switches to Gudra. Every, even day, it'll be Lycanroc. Every odd day, it'll be Gudra, and every time you switch between Lycanroc and Gudra, it'll upgrade in difficulty. So, you'll have Lycanroc, Gudra, difficulty increase, Lycanroc, Gudra, difficulty increase, Lycanroc, Gudra, all the way until part 6. I think part 6 is the end. Anyway, or is it part 7? No, it's part 7 where she has Palmont, right? Palmont is going to be the highest difficulty. So it's Lycanroc, Gudra, Lycanroc, Gudra, Lycanroc, Gudra, Palmont. Anyway, yeah, so there is that. Weak to Dragon, by the way, as previously stated. Use a Johto and a Hoenn character. Hoenn, not bad. You have Zinnia and Rayquaza right there for you. Obviously, level 80 requirements, 4,000 HP. Pretty much can one-shot it even without crit buffs. So this isn't hard. Mission 5, this is where you'll be facing the next difficulty for Lycanroc, which 5,000 HP. Again, not hard, but still, there it is. You need to use a Gym Leader and Elite Four. That's new, of course, right? But it's even easier than specific regions, right? Very, very simple. Gym Leaders. There's a lot of free Gym Leaders, like off the top of my head, Roxanne, Rourke, Brock, Misty. Elise is obviously a general pool unit. Grant, Viola. I'm just going through the list here. Jasmine's in the general pool. Morty's in the general pool. Faulkner's in the general pool. Bugsy's free. He has two characters. There's a lot of gym leaders, man. A lot of gym leaders. Elite Four, you got, Chantal, Wickstrom, Seabold. Caitlin's in the general pool. Grimsley's in the general pool. Marshall's 4-star, right? Lorelei's a 4-star. Karen's in the general pool. Bill's a 4-star. All these characters. Very easy, right? Very, very easy there. Mission 6, this is when she swaps back to Gudra, of course. Again, around the same HP and overall offensive stats. This is where you use a champion and a rival. The only free available champion, if I remember, is Blue, and he counts for both of these. So if you just use one Blue character and then whoever you want, there you go. There's your win. Very, very simple. Lodge Blue is a very great character, and even then, battle is so difficult, or so easy. Battle is so easy where you can probably just use Pidgeot and mindlessly put on auto mode, and you'll just win. So, not a problem. And then Mission 7. Complete Challenge Nemona Part 7, Ultra Hard with one or more sync pairs that share the following theme, main character, and your reward is a Sprint Move Candy Coin. So we get a total of what? 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,200 gems, and once you do that, you'll get the Move Candy Coin here, and that's not considering the gems you get for the first completion rewards here for every single stage, right? 30 for most of them and then 100 for the last one. So you do get about 1,400 gems, I think, plus a Sprint Move Candy Coin, so obviously go ahead and do it. Main character, not hard to complete. If we do want to look at her weakness type here, for the last stage, Palma, it is weak to Psychic, and we only have to use one main character, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead, filter out here by the main character, and we got a lot of options, right? This isn't even including egg Pokemon or just egg Pokemon, right? Because the main character has a lot of eggs. All these characters, right? If you want to have a Psychic main character just to go ahead and get that over with, There you go. You got Caleb as your only offensive option. And then you have, obviously, Dawn and the main character, Mesprit. Mesprit being a BP unit, so pretty much free. If you want to look at free main character options other than Pikachu, Solgaleo, and Torchic, then obviously you have all these characters in the general pool. Rose's, the first character you pretty much get in the game besides the main character. Now, actually, you get Brock and Misty. I guess that's fair. But Rose is like the fourth character you get in the game. Red you can obtain from the variety, not the fucking ticket, whatever it's called. The Champion Road, Victory Road, that's what it's called. The Victory Road ticket. You can obtain him. Obviously, you could have got Blue or Leaf if you wanted to, but he's available. Caleb is free. Dawn is a general pool unit. Serena, general pool. Hilda, general pool. Chris, Lyra, Ethan, Nate, Brendan, May, Celine, Leaf, Hilbert, Elio, all these characters, general pool. And of course, there's obviously the other options as well. But you can pretty much just bring, like, for example, main character and Torchic. If you want to, you can bring them, and then bring normal psychic options if you want to do super effective damage and not have too much of a struggle. I tried to reset that. Thank you. Giovanni, still a great psychic option. Bianca, general pool unit. Caitlyn, still really solid, also a general pool unit. You got pretty solid psychic options here, and even then, you don't even have to use a super effective unit. The battle's not super difficult. You can probably beat it just fine. I'll go ahead and probably make a video over the last stage for people who are struggling whenever that releases. When was that again? The 15th. So on the 15th, I'll try and release a video for the mission there and whatnot, so you all can get that finished easily, right? I'd probably recommend using for a player that's wanting to just get it over with. I think main character in Torchic, Giovanni, and Bianca. Very, very simple, very, very easy battle, because the main character can buff Bianca's crit, so her stored powers actually do damage, and obviously is able to buff Giovanni's special attack and his own crit as well in order to do even more damage there too. So main character in Torchic, probably your best bet for this battle. Anyway, yeah. That was the video. I just wanted to go over all of the new stuff that's going to be coming for the solo event. Let's have a Fruitful battle. Just wanted to go over the missions and the difficulty of the event and whatnot. I didn't even know myself. I'll be honest, I didn't even know it myself how difficult the event was. But hey, it's not very difficult at all. You just may want to watch out for these wild charges. They may do a little bit of damage to you. Otherwise, though, you don't really have too much to worry about, except maybe like these AoEs. These AoEs may be able to do a little bit to you, but you should be just fine. You should be just fine. Anyway, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the event and its missions and whatnot coming down in the comments below, and I'll see you all later.